Guys, Tropical Storm Cindy's kind of played a little havoc on us here in Kentucky. Wind's been blowing a little bit, a lot of rain. So no outside work this week. I've done no mowing or anything, so I'm sitting here right now putting the finishing touches on the movie from Thursday, or the vlog, whatever you want to call it. Forrest and I laid some laminate flooring over in the salon and did a few things like that. At the end of that vlog, it's just a little bit of a vlog over there of us laying the laminate flooring, cutting some of it, and so on. And I had a guy ask me, he said, would you tell how you got into the rental property, started buying rental property? And I'm going to tell just a little bit of that. I'm not going to tell much about it. I'm just not real comfortable doing that. You know, doing it over YouTube or whatever. If it was in person, I wouldn't mind. But I'm going to tell a little bit of that at the end of that. So I'm getting ready to hit send right here. So here comes that video. Forrest is putting on the sealer. You can see him right back here. Let me focus on him. Let me put the focus on him. There we go.
Still soaking into the grout.
Is it? Mm-hmm. This is the second application. This is a high gloss sealer. It'll give it a good shine. I think it's important to seal it good, especially this room. This is going to be shampooing, you know, and the ladies will have it, and men too. I get mine colored. Have color on their hair, so on. So get it sealed up good. Well, you can see that Forrest is, he's got table saw set up. That's the 60 volt flex volt table saw. We got the 20 volt miter saw set up. He's got the vacuums set up and hooked in so that we don't have too much dust. You see the vacuum over there and all. So I don't normally like cutting inside. I'd rather cut outside because of the dust, but with the weather like it is, plus to get close to our working area, it makes it, you know, your travel time quicker and all. So Forrest and I up here cutting quarter round today. You can probably see it there on the saw, and putting it down, caulking it in. To tell you a little bit about how I got started in the rental property. In 2000, I guess it was, is when I moved to Russellville. And that's when I kind of started mowing lawns and kind of delving into the landscaping a little bit. I never got into the landscaping too much, mainly just the mowing, and I had my chemical license to do the lawn treatments. But in the early part of my getting started mowing, my wife's family, her nephews, they had a large landscaping business. And I helped them some and helped them mow some, and then I started mowing a little on my own. There was another guy, local guy here named Jimmy, and he had a lawn and landscaping business, and I got in with him. And so between those two, they taught me a lot of things. You know, running equipment and backhoes and power rakes and things like that. And so as I was working and doing those things, Jimmy was one of the guys I worked with some. He owned several rental houses, and he kept telling me, you need to buy property. You need to put some money into property, and you need to be buying, you know, houses. And so that got me to thinking about it, and I started talking to Christy about, you know, hey, what about us buying some rental property? And so she knew a local realtor here, a girl here, and so we went to her and just told her, you know, hey, we might be interested in buying some rental property. And it wasn't long till she come to us, and she had a duplex. And so it was a duplex we were able to buy, and so that was our very first piece of property. And then from there, we've bought several pieces of property from her. It wasn't long till she come to us, and she had found a house that was a good deal for us, and we bought that house, and it just started kind of going along. You know, she came to me one time, and there was a house in an estate that I could buy for $10,000, and you know, the house was rough. I had to put about $30,000 in it, and so but I bought that house and fixed that house up, and just slowly started getting along till right now I've got 18 units. When I started, or kind of got into it a little bit, I thought about 20 is about what I wanted. That 20, and with my other investments, would probably, you know, maybe give me a decent income when I get over the age of 65. And so that's really basically how I got started in it. One of the things that's key in it is finding you a good bank, and a local bank most of the time is your better way to go. Is local people know you and know the people in town. They know business people in town, so on. So having a local bank has been a big plus. I love living in a small town like this, dealing with local people. You just get to know everybody, and people learn you, and people trust you. But that's basically kind of how I got started in it. Just you know, took a stab at it and gave it a whirl. You know, I don't know, it was about 2005, somewhere along in there, I decided I was going to really move my landscaping further along, and I bought a skid loader and a track loader and power rake and all that kind of equipment. And I got with my nephews, like I said, they had a landscaping business, and I was going and helping them some, and man, we was going to Michigan and Lexington, Louisville, Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, and then the state of Michigan. We stayed in Michigan a lot, and that got kind of old because a lot of times we'd be gone for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. And then having the rental property, then I was leaving that with my wife, and you know, she's got enough on her plate without having to fool with that. And then when I was back here, a lot of times I was needing to do landscaping and things like that, but I had a house open I needed to work on or things, and they just got to fighting each other. So one day I finally decided to get out of the landscaping, and I just sold everything and got out of it, and just then really started adding on the houses, started buying more houses. I've bought some out of foreclosure, which were in the Fannie Mae or whatever. They're hard to get out of that a lot of times. You know, if the bank's got them on the books and say that house, they've got it appraised at $50,000, $60,000, they may can only get $30,000 out of that house. And so as long as it's on the books and it's showing $60,000 on their books, but when they sell it, you know, for $20,000 or $30,000, then they have to show a loss. And so, you know, a lot of times they're hard to get out of that. But I've bought some out of that. A lot of times able to buy them in good deals. I've just kind of really shopped around. Don't get in a hurry buying them. Wait till a good deal comes along, a good price comes along. that, you know, you might have to go in and put 10, 20,000 into it and to get it up to par to rent. But, you know, the rental property is, I enjoy it. It is a lot of headaches a lot of times, but there again, it's the way you look at it. And I just try to stay positive, you know, positive frame of mind in it. And sometimes it gets next to me and sometimes it bothers me, but you just got to make the best out of it and go on. Anything that you do in life that you're going to make a good living at, it's going to have problems. It don't matter what it is. So anyway, maybe that answers some of your questions about how I got started in the rental property. I don't know. I don't feel real comfortable talking a whole lot about this, but and putting it out over YouTube like that. But anyway, I thank you for watching. Thank all of you for subscribing, liking, all the things you do, comments, whatnot. I really enjoy the YouTube family. Y'all have an awesome and blessed day.